I remember. This is Tyler Moyes with the Executives Table. I am met with my fellow executive.
Are you done?
I'm not done.
I am Garrett Olson.
Yeah, I'm met with Garrett Olson.
And Dick Fields.
Dick Fields.
And today we're going to make
a movie. We haven't even drawn the title yet.
a masterpiece. Come on, you guys dropped the ball.
Okay.
We're not even on the same page right now. This is gonna not be a good movie.
We're on the ball.
You know, I don't.
dropped it.
You dropped the ball.
This is why communication, man.
I don't like your guys.
You're on a page.
Attitudes.
I'm on a ball.
Right off the page, you dropped the ball.
Fine.
Just drop the ball into the hoop, Tyler.
You gotta slam, man.
Yeah.
Take it to the hoop.
Touchdown!
Get in the paint. That's something they say.
They say that. You're right. Okay, fine.
Right.
I'm gonna draw the title.
Alright.
And it says got, but I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be go. It's character and character go to place.
All right.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So we have to draw characters.
Mixed actors.
Well, I think first we should decide the place.
Oh, character. It's not even.
So it's two characters. So it's the name. It's the name of the characters in the movie.
So we have to draw actors.
Well, not yet. He wants to decide the place first.
Yeah, let's decide where they're going to, because it could be anywhere.
I say
it could be back like high school reunion. I think that's what I was thinking of when I made this one. I was thinking of that
Bowling.
Romeo and Michelle's house.
They go bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling alley.
No,
they just go bowling.
Big leagues.
Go big leagues.
Go
to. We will. We were talking about purgatory earlier. Oscar, could it be go to hell?
Go to purgatory.
Go to purgatory.
Go to
Lost. Heaven.
We must go back.
Yeah. Go to Lost.
No.
Go to Lost.
I'm making
they go to the island.
No.
We have to go back to the island.
We have to go back to the island.
Just go bowling. They go bowling.
No, bowling's boring.
Yeah, bowling
is boring.
Stupid as
but
shit.
like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's the title of the movie.
That's like world's largest ball of yarn.
I could see it. No, maybe that's the place they start. That's where they go, but it obviously doesn't end there.
Or so they can end there after the entire night or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe it's a plan for them to go bowling, and instead they get caught up in like a drug cartel or some shit.
So you're thinking of the plot already.
Yeah,
which is what it's probably going to be anyway.
That's what I was thinking a little bit about the plot, but I didn't want to devote too much time to it right now.
Right.
That's why I'm saying they just go bowling, because bowling can either begin or end there, so it doesn't matter.
I say to a concentration camp.
Wow. So we're making like the sequel to our Great Escape.
No, it's like Jacob the Liar.
No, concentration camp's a bit too heavy, man.
I don't know if we can.
It's too heavy. Dude.
I don't know if we have like the historical knowledge to do a good concentration camp.
I've seen concentration camp movies.
Have you?
Yeah, Schindler's List. I think that's about concentration
camps. You think it's about concentration camps? It fucking is.
Actually, no, I think it's actually about lists.
It's about lists.
And that's why Steven Spielberg cast me as Schindler in his movies. It's because I make lists. I'm really good at making lists.
Are you talking about that?
Yeah. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, the Ricky Gervais thing.
Yeah,
really good.
That really good.
So good.
It's hilarious.
I have AIDS.
I have full-blown AIDS. Okay, once again.
You're being
You can't joke about that. Well, how come he can do it? We don't.
So we have a vote for bowling and a concentration camp.
No. I say
bowling. At the
Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty?
And yours was Purgatory or Hell?
Purgatory, Hell, or it could be like, I was going to say it could be like Amsterdam or something, but that's too lame.
They can go to New York. Who cares? It's a bit of both worlds. So, blank, go to New York.
Let's keep it for those two at least. Let's say bowling and or purgatory. And or hell. But let's draw the actors first, and maybe that'll let us know which one we definitely want. Yeah, let's just draw two people.
Watch it be Tina Fey.
Well, you draw. If it's
Michael Cera.
Oh, okay.
He's going to hell.
Of course.
He's going to hell.
It's gonna be one of those movies, right?
And so Michael, Cera, and
let's find out who it is, boys and girls.
What is it?
Who is it? Who the fuck is it?
You gotta say it. Tina Fey.
Tina, what?
Really?
I just said your name out. I just said to take her fucking name.
How is it her name again?
No, we're not doing this.
No,
we're not.
No, we have to. We have to.
All right, we're doing Tina Fey.
Don't
tear it up.
Fucking Fey. I love Tina Fey, but goddamn it, it's too many times.
What are you doing?
He killed Tina Fey.
I killed Tina Fey. All right, Michael Cera and Tina Fey.
You gotta generate.
This is like
so we can
this
fix
is like
that.
some 666 shit, man. I should play the lottery because like I made a joke about taking
You'd play
Tina
the
Fey.
lottery if you. Omens of 666 and Satan
Look, dude,
are like, yeah, I'm gonna play the lottery.
and kill myself.
Do we actually want to try another name? I'm okay with that.
Oh, I'm okay with that too. Michael Cera and
Should we draw another actor then? Have it be
Michael Cera.
No, that's fine.
okay.
It's the game. We can't change the rules.
Or we
Sure
could have
we can.
or we could have Michael Cera and Chevy Chase.
We've already had Chevy Chase.
We've already had Chevy
I know
Chase.
we really have. I shouldn't.
Why is it?
It
all those
keeps
people-
giving me the ones that we've had before.
Okay, I'll draw one.
So we're voting on either Michael Cera and Tina Fey or Michael Cera and.
I drew Chevy Chase.
How many Chevy Chases?
There's only one.
No, okay, this is weird.
There's only one.
This thing sucks.
I'm sorry. No, it's not.
It's a patented bag system.
Okay.
This is future tech.
Michael Cera
Unobtainium.
and Michael Caine
Oh shit.
go bowling and to hell.
I say that if it's Michael Cera and Michael Caine, they would go to hell.
Yeah.
They would go to hell.
Yes.
They could be in purgatory and both just wind up in hell.
Maybe they're in purgatory, but it's a bowling.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
no,
It's
that's
a
what I'm-
shitty.
that's what I'm
It's
thinking.
a shitty bowling alley.
That's a good best of both.
No,
worlds.
because it is because their purgatory is a bowling alley, and they both wind up. So like at the ending, I'm thinking ahead, but you guys stop me. At the end of the movie ends, and they're both sad that they're going to be separated because they figure out that they're in purgatory, and then
And they're best friends because both their names are Michael.
right. And then the movie ends, and in the credits, you actually see that they both wind up going to hell. It's like
Oh, and then they're together
and
anyway.
then they're together anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway.
Talk about it.
Oh, I know.
See?
I know. That's why I'm saying stop.
You gotta generate their names. So
Alright,
they
let's
can
do
title.
this.
Michael Cera's name. I think we'll just do first names. Toby and Butch.
Alright.
Toby and Butch go to hell.
Go bowling. Go bowling.
Yeah, go bowling.
Because it'll be
Toby and Butch go bowling.
Is your version of hell bowling?
It's a catchphrase. Anybody can go bowling. It's great. Doesn't matter. The night doesn't have to end there. They're in purgatory. We'll do whatever the fuck we want with this movie. That's great. We gave ourselves an awesome premise. Woo!
Yeah.
Alright, what are we doing?
We gotta draw some side
We
characters.
really can do whatever the fuck we want.
I'm
Should we get like a dice roll to see how many side characters are going this time? Or-
well, let's think about this really quick.
It's just kind of the decision based on what the plot is.
I know. But
I
like
think-
we've analyzed the shit out of this, and I feel like we kind of may have gotten it wrong with Mob League.
No.
We may have pulled too many characters.
Well, I'm thinking let's not even
They're all
consider
processed.
side characters until we define
Processed.
fully what we want to happen to them. Do we want them to start just in purgatory right away, and it's just them being in purgatory, or do we want to have start out with them like working together at a shitty bowling alley, and then they die, and then they're in purgatory?
No.
Because in Purgatory is also a bowling alley. It's too much bowling alley. And people
No.
will get confused.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
It's
I
gonna
thought
be
they
some-
died.
So hold on.
Why are they at
Actually,
work again?
Maybe
we're making a comedy. Are we? What are we making? We should
maybe purgatory is the
we
bowling
should figure
alley.
that out first.
Purgatory is
Sounds
the
like a
bowling
comedy.
alley, and whenever they try to escape purgatory, they end up back in the bowling alley. So it's like they're going through a labyrinth.
That's like
but
an
it's
escape movie again. We just did that.
No, it doesn't have to be an escape though. It's just like, oh, we're there. They both end up in the bowling. Say like they both always end up in the bowling alley that they worked at, where they hated each other. And every time they try to leave, that it's like they leave and they go on some wacky adventure, and then
No.
they just end up back in the bowling
We
alley.
made this. This is too similar. I agree with Garrett. This is too similar
Okay.
to Costco. I think they should.
Costco.
The Costco movie, brought to you by Costco.
The Costco film.
Brought.
This
no,
summer.
but you guys get.
Savings.
I deserve that.
They tried to save their freedom, but all they got.
Wholesale pain.
All they got was great deals
Oh.
of pain.
Alright, we gotta get back to
Whole
it.
lot of pain.
We should have done that. but-
Anyways, no, I think that it's purgatory, so it's like life. It's like normal life, and then the movie's them figuring out by the end of it they're in purgatory and they're not alive.
Or could we do it in...
So it could be that they worked at a bowling alley before, and they don't know they're in purgatory.
And then
They just think they're at another day.
We could do that.
We could go with the...
It'd be like an Inception.
No, did either of you...
Actually...
Did either of you ever see Defending Your Life?
No.
You ever seen? So basically, the premise of that movie is there's this guy that is in purgatory, and basically what happens is when you're in purgatory, you have to go to court, and you have to tell judges why you think you deserve to go to heaven. And if they decide that you don't get to go to heaven, they just send you back to Earth as another person. But then, if you like win your case against your defense against your life, like that you've been a good person, they will send you to heaven. They'll put you on a bus and they'll send you to heaven. And literally all purgatory is just like Earth, but it's awesome. You can eat whatever you want and you don't get fat. You can just do whatever the hell you want, and it's not horrible. It's not necessarily nice. Everyone's in white, and like there's some tension because of the defense thing, but because purgatory doesn't sound like it should be just all bad.
No, but
it's just mundane.
That's what I was thinking. So I agree with one part of that film in that it's pretty much like Earth. It's normal life, except not everybody's wearing white. They're all just normal life until they get assigned.
Like in Risk Cutters.
Right. I have no idea what that is, but
it's a movie.
It's
about people.
We could have it.
And purgatory is just like a normal life.
Right.
Yeah,
it feels like a normal life, so they have a hard time telling that they're in purgatory. But one of them works at a bowling alley, and when they decide to go to the bowling alley for whatever reason, he figures it out because that bowling alley is not exactly down to a T the same way it was on Earth when they were alive. And then he tells them, "Hey, I think some big moves going on."
I would actually
that's like 3/4 of the way plot point, maybe.
I would think just to take a dark twist on it. How about instead they know they're in purgatory and Michael Cera is suicidal because he hates purgatory. So there's always these scenes of him trying to kill himself and it not working, and him just not feeling any pain.
It might be too Michael Cera. It's better
Michael Cera.
Yeah, it would be better off dead but worse. So he like does something where he's like in a car, he like covers a car in he covers something in gasoline and lays on it, like lights a fuse and it blows up and he just like walks out of an explosion and he's on fire and stuff and he's fine.
Oh, so you can't kill yourself out of
purgatory. You can't kill yourself out of purgatory, and that's the worst part about purgatory is because you could be there for what seems like forever. You can be there for like hundreds of years.
It's purgatory.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good idea. That's actually, we could make some pretty good jokes with that.
And Michael Caine could be his only friend there.
Yeah.
Michael,
He's like an
vice
old man
versa. Yeah.
that he like talks to.
Or he could be someone he meets at the bowling alley where he decides to work because you're
like
in purgatory, you don't have money or anything, like everything's provided for you, but people just work because they have nothing better to do.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And Michael Caine can be the old-timer who works there. Or it could be kind of the reverse where Michael Caine just got there and he's super positive and Michael Cera's just like, what's your problem? You're an idiot. And he's been there for like hundreds of years.
What year Michael Caine are we talking about? Because like current Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Well, he's very like Michael Caine. Like he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't. You're
He's
saying
just
he
like-
hasn't broadened his horizons,
Right. He's got the same problem that Harrison Ford does. You see him and it's like,
I can
he's
see
just Michael Caine.
He's just Michael Caine now.
Yeah.
Well, this is fantasy Michael Caine. Can't he be a good
Well, he can be
person?
younger because like younger Michael Caine acted.
Whoa!
Look,
Dude.
he's a good actor. I like Michael Caine, but all of his roles now
Same.
are basically the same.
You're saying that
No.
about Alfred. About Alfred.
No, he's right. I've seen a couple movies that are like one of those straight to DVD movies, and they're all the same.
Yeah, it's like,
They're all-
what are you doing?
He's trying to just pay for a new house.
Right.
Okay.
And I get it.
Have
I
you
don't
seen
blame him.
Jaws 4: The Revenge?
No. That
Michael Caine is in it? Perfect.
Okay.
Great film.
Okay, let's go younger version of what is he in that movie? He's like 30-something?
Maybe in his 40s.
Okay, we'll go.
He's got like a love story with the mom from the first one, so.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah, I can see that. Let's go a slightly younger, more willing to be a bit hokey Michael Caine,
Okay.
rather than settled into tight casting and whatever.
And what Michael Cera? Arrested Development Michael Cera? Because that's the best Michael Cera.
I would say Arrested Development Michael Cera just
Yeah.
because it kind of fits the weird suicidal kid.
Honestly, I kind of feel like Michael Cera is just Michael Cera.
Yeah, he kind of is.
His best thing he ever did was Arrested Development.
That or
It's-
Superbad.
It's a little different than
That or
most
Superbad.
roles.
Although I will say Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but it was just him beating himself at that point.
him being himself a little bit more intentionally douchey.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit more.
I don't remember the movie very well. I just remember I liked it.
Once Edgar Wright, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I was
how I
skeptical
feel.
about it, and then I saw Edgar Wright was directing.
But
it. I was like,
and you were just like, Edgar.
It'll flop.
it's fine.
It'll flop.
Edgar
Sad.
never done do me wrong. He
Man.
always done do me right.
Fucking Baby Driver is great, man. I like that movie.
Yeah, he done do you right.
He done do me right. That douche dooku.
That's not what
Took
it
the
was.
words right out of my mouth.
No.
That douche dooku, man.
Dooku. That douche count dooku.
That dooku doo doo, boy.
That douche doo woo. That's what it was.
All right.
That douche doo woo.
How many other people do they have on a daily basis?
What?
I think we would need to have
You
maybe
may have-
employees, maybe like a. Could we say like a love interest route for Michael Cera? Like
No.
no.
I'm done with that.
You're done with love
another
interest? No, let's just have a straight bromance.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've done that.
Okay.
We've done that for the last 2 times.
Yeah, let's just
We
go
don't
straight
need to.
bromance.
Well, Hollywood does it, so
It's disgusting and annoying and boring at this point.
it's really boring.
Yeah,
Let's-
it's been done.
So straight bromance film. We're talking. I love you, man. Levels
Yes.
of romance, maybe without any side love stories. Maybe
Yeah,
the side
without the
stories
wife.
are like.
Without the wife, pretty much.
Yeah, without the wife. Like, so it's all about them and their relationship and them growing closer together. But like, what's kind of the thing that happens after they work at the bowling alley? That
So I kind of think that maybe
I don't think both of them should work.
Well, that's where he meets him. You were paying, we are you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So they
you're
were-
good. You're good.
So the movie is
I
about,
get up a lot. Anyways.
the movie is about Michael Cera.
Yeah.
Already having been in purgatory for a long time and continually trying to get out of it by killing himself.
I got you.
Works at a bowling alley, and Michael Caine,
Wow.
a younger version, comes into purgatory because he's just gotten there.
Right.
And he meets Michael Cera and starts working there with
They're
him.
friends.
and yeah, and Michael Cera's all Michael Caine's kind of all upbeat. Like he doesn't
understand. Yeah.
he doesn't understand how horrible purgatory can be, and Michael Cera's just like, you're an idiot.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds way better than that, man.
So my idea for the other characters in the movie is that it would be kind of more, I want to say Groundhog Day-y, where he interacts with these other characters, but they're not necessarily.
Really
I'm
all
thinking
there.
maybe we should have at least one angel in the movie. Someone who plays an angel.
Okay.
Maybe in purgatory there can be both. It's like a place where both angels and demons
Can scalp.
or they can maybe they're like weird salesmen. So like
Dude.
though everything's provided,
Are
it's
they
for
gonna be-
people that I don't know. There's so many options here.
Are they gonna be all like angel-y and demon-y? Or are they gonna be like sort of like the good place where it's like it's just like a guy in a suit or a guy?
Yeah,
Same guy
maybe
in the
like
suit.
Dogma level. How the angels and demons are
Okay.
just kind of people, and maybe
Yeah.
the demon has horns or something.
No.
Maybe the angel has like
Could be like
a pin that's a halo.
to dancing.
Yeah, like little things like that
Yeah.
are fine. But I wouldn't want any like wings or.
No, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I
Really
agree with
is.
that. That's what I was.
Maybe
that's what I was
maybe
thinking.
all
Yeah, like
devils.
the good place.
Yeah.
All devils wear red suits and like all angels wear white ones.
No, because
People just kinda know.
demons
People
are
just kinda
deceptive.
know. Oh, oh yeah.
So
You think they're
demons can
scouting?
always look normal.
Right. Demons could look like anyone. They could even look like an angel.
Yeah.
So if there's like a defining thing that angels wear, a demon can
They
also
can't.
wear that. So
That's
you run into the problem of there not really being a need for that.
So-
it could just be based on their deeds.
So maybe the point of
Or maybe
purgatory.
it's something small
is-
that the devils can't duplicate.
I don't. It could just be like bedazzled.
I'm thinking.
Alright.
Where, like
I'm-
you can't tell unless you talk
No,
to
that's
them
what
and
I'm
get to
saying.
know them.
That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to do is like the Good Place style,
Right.
where it's like it's just people. Someone wears suits, like
Just normal people.
you're
Just normal people.
Like you
No,
can't
maybe.
tell until you talk to them, and then
And
if
it's
they
Okay.
like an angel would talk to you openly and be like,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm
hey, I'm an angel.
I'm here to
to help you.
And-
try to guide
and dev-
people into the right."
Yeah,
way
and
of
devils
living.
can be deceitful, but what I was thinking of is, could it be that basically when you're in purgatory, you're kind of waiting for heaven or hell to come for you, and you never know when it's going to happen? So maybe it's kind of like being in life, but it's almost like there's a stupid waiting list for you to find out whether you're going to heaven or hell. So that's why you can be there forever, and some people just show up and they immediately get like, it's like, oh, they're just in hell now. Oh, they're in heaven now. Some guy grabbed him and was like, hey,
Maybe.
taking it
I
heaven.
mean, if we're doing like a tally system where they can move out of purgatory into heaven or hell, you have to have a reason for Michael Cera to want to end it. Because otherwise, why is he trying to kill himself? So I agree that there needs to be some
but it doesn't have to be aware. To
Yeah, there has to
the
be-
characters aren't aware of it.
There has to be some, and that
Well, they're
doesn't,
aware of
that
it.
doesn't have to be them getting out of purgatory. It could be something as them having to do something, but there's not really anything you could do in purgatory.
Nah.
So
It would
they're
be like Groundhog Day at that point. You try to live your life good so that you could maybe get into heaven, or you could like just say fuck it, like this is. I'm
so
bored.
maybe it comes to the point where they both say fuck it. Is that the route we're going for?
A Breaking Bad.
And they
type
just
of film.
they just start living horrible lives because Michael Caine's eventually like, I get what you're saying, Mr. Cera.
That doesn't sound like Michael Caine at all.
I get what you're saying, Mr. Cera. Let's go ahead and get tandem
That's your
motorcycle.
Michael Caine.
And let's ride down the road and hit mailbox.
Hi, matey!
Hey.
I'm Michael Caine!
Shut up!
Please! Drive my chimney sweep!
Shut up! Shut your goddamn mouth!
No, you got you got you there.
I'm just saying they need to have something to fucking do, even though it's a movie in purgatory where there would be no stakes. There has to be something.
I think my mind is like laser focused on Groundhog Day. I can't stop thinking about it because all I can imagine is that these characters live in this world that has really no consequences. It's like he tries to kill himself and doesn't do anything, and so their choices are to either say fuck it and do whatever, or to try to be better people within this mundane world. And depending on what they do, they can like try to influence the decision with one way or another, whether they'll go to hell or heaven. And so there's angels and demons in that world that try to like coerce them to one side. And if they can get them to like flip or flop, like maybe they'll get their soul. So it's kind of like a headhunting pit for heaven and hell to try to like get more souls to their side from people who in life just
Who
didn't make it either way.
Yeah, who didn't do anything extraordinarily good, extraordinarily bad for them to be, for one side to be able to get dibs.
Right, they just lived life.
Okay. I like that.
'Cause that's the only thing I can think about this movie.
I like that idea because that makes it so that literally it can be anything that happens one day while they're at work. It could just be like, this happens and they go on some wacky adventure.
Right, and it could be like they do dark shit, and then like they do good stuff to try to redeem it.
Okay.
Because Michael Cera trying to kill himself all the time, that's not a good thing. Like, right?
No.
That'd be dark.
It would be dark. But, Except I just think the scene of him walking out of a ball of flame and just not caring.
Like, I know you like that idea.
I like that idea.
And watching
But,
people get set on fire,
It's always
entertaining.
It's always great.
It's like, man, they got no suit and just
Yeah,
lit on fire.
it's one of the best things about films is seeing people get lit on fire. It's always great. Bad dummy shots. Those are also rad dummy shots. Like a person falling off of a cliff and then it's a really bad dummy.
Oh, yeah, I like those.
Yeah, those are the greatest.
Or like getting run over by a car.
Yeah.
Grandma get run over by reindeer.
Alright, so how many other characters? We gotta have at least one angel and one demon. How many other? I think like three would be okay because we already have the angel and demon, so that'd be 5 extra characters.
So it's gonna be 8, 6, 7 total.
Well, Michael Cera and Michael Caine would be the main.
Right.
They'd be the buds.
Yeah, but if you're adding 5,
It'd be 7 with
Yeah, it's
the other
7.
5. Yeah, that's not that bad a cast.
No, it's not. It just seems a bit. Well,
Well, some characters
they
can
don't
just
have to
be,
actually.
like, brief.
Yeah,
They don't have
I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
it
saying.
can
They could
be-
be like extreme type.
They can be a side, just a side thing, a side plot.
Well, if they're living like a life every day, there's gonna be characters that they
The people that they just see all the time.
that don't have to have a weight on the plot in any sense.
Maybe then I got it. One of the characters we draw was a bowling champion in their life, so they're there at the bowling alley every day, and like that's all they do in purgatory is they just bowl.
That's good.
And they're the only person that's ever at the bowling alley. So Michael Cera and Michael Caine, like Michael Cera's the only dude that works there for the longest time, and then Michael Caine's like, "Oh, you can get a job?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I mean, people like bowling. I feel like there would be people.
I think it would be better if it's that there's
what I'm
only
saying.
one dude.
I like the one guy is there all the time. I think.
Okay,
but
one
then
guy's
there's
there
like
all the
every
time.
once in a while there's like two. It'd be like a dive bar where like you can see characters in the background, but they're not. They don't matter.
They pop up once in a while, but that's it.
Right. And the one guy who's always there can like always come up and talk to him.
He can always come up and talk to him. He kind of looks like Jesus. He licks his bowling ball.
No.
No?
Original. And
You better pen that. Yeah, sign up the.
okay, let's
Wait, who's Toby and who's Butch?
Michael Cera is Toby.
Is
and
he though?
He is.
Is he?
Michael
He could be
Cera's
a Butch.
Michael Cera's Toby. It was
You
the
agree
first
with
name
that?
that was drawn.
It doesn't. We're gonna do it that way.
Yeah, we've always done it that way. I know you want your ways, but the
Damn it! I just think it'd be funny if his name was Butch. It's okay.
Michael Caine?
Michael Caine is Butch.
Michael Caine's
Alright,
Butch.
So we need.
Michael Cera's
Yeah.
Toby.
Are you guys agreed
Michael
on
Caine is
5
Butch. What?
others?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 should be
Sure. I feel like it's a bit much, but if we're gonna be having them drop in and out,
You guys
that's
find
fine.
out the next one.
Okay, then I will draw from next. Who is it and what's it gonna be?
Oh my God! It's Leslie Nielsen.
Oh
my God,
Oh,
it's Tina
hey. Oh hey, we already written that one up.
No.
It's actually Charlton Heston.
Oh, wow.
So let's have him be the bowling guy. I want him to be
Yeah.
the bowling guy. That would be perfect. And like every time he comes up and talks to them, he's just in that perfect Charlton Heston voice.
Yeah. You get up with like a really racist scene where you like call some people damn dirty apes.
Damn dirty. And they can be like, they did it.
I don't think you.
I can't remember who Charlton Heston is.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Omega Man.
Yep.
Which is
Omega
the
Man.
best.
Yeah, Omega Man's the best.
Yeah, who is it? Jaleel White.
Who's that? That name's familiar.
Jaleel White.
Died.
Oh no!
No, he's dead.
It's
Oh,
it's the
Urkel.
It's Urkel.
Oh, sweet.
It's Urkel from Family Man.
He's not dead. Great.
No, he's not.
Well, John Leguizamo.
Oh, wow.
Dang, dude.
It's a pretty good cast,
That's all I'm in so far.
right?
Jaleel White and John Leguizamo. Just saying. Maybe those should be our angel and our demon. And last person is Rosie Hintington Whiteley.
Wow. We have another one after that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we do. So, I'm not sure who that is. Oh, she was the chick from Fury Road, the one that gets run over.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good chick.
She was also in
Terminator?
Transformers.
Transformers.
So she was in Transformers.
I fucked it.
Yeah, you did. Madeline Stowe. With an E at the end. Madeline Stowe. There she is.
Oh, she's the chick from 12 Monkeys.
The show?
What else? The movie. She was in that, Last of the Mohicans, Shortcuts. Well, dude,
I've seen 12 Monkeys.
Everybody's seen 12 Monkeys.
I don't remember that.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
Yeah, because that's probably the biggest thing she was ever in from the looks of it.
Alright, well, I mean,
Aside from Last of the Mohicans, I haven't seen that movie in full though, so I don't know who she was.
alright. We gotta draw some names. Charlton Heston's first. We've only been doing first names so far. Do you just want to keep it to first?
Yeah, let's just keep it first. Alright. So Charlton Heston's name is Hewitt.
It's a good bowler name. It's a good strong bowler name. Name my baby Hewitt.
And my baby Hewitt.
Big strong bowler.
Big strong boy.
Baby
Playing for American football.
Come on, big strong boy.
Oh,
Jaleel's
yeah.
name is Leslie.
Did I do that?
My name's Leslie.
You guys got some cheese? Guys like bowling, do ya?
Who was
Garrett.
next?
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo is Gareth.
Is that your ballad of John Leguizamo?
Yeah.
You are the best demon clown I've ever seen. Oh.
John
Leguizamo. That's what you Alright, Rosie Hintington Whitley is Whitney.
Whitney.
Madeline Stowe.
Madeline Stowe is Babbitt.
Oh god. There had to be one.
There had to be one weird one.
Alright. So we got the very beginning premise down while we were trying to figure out how many characters we needed.
Yeah, I think we need to decide who are the angels and the demons though, really quick. I think that's next.
Yeah.
I almost think we shouldn't have John Leguizamo be the demon. It would be too much of a callback.
Yeah.
To
I was thinking
Spawn.
that.
Yeah,
Can you make a black man a demon in this standing?
Yes, you can. their own.
Why did you immediately go? There's 3 other characters you could have chose from there. Why did you immediately?
Clearly,
Oh,
I
thought you just grabbed the 2. I didn't look.
No, he did not.
No, Charlton has to
You
win
hate
out. He's the
women,
boy.
forget it.
Why not just have it be the 2 women?
The angel and the
like
demon?
where's that at? Women
I kind of.
Because they'd be in it a lot,
Yeah.
assumably. Because the point of the movie is them trying to sway these 2 and others to their side.
Then what do we make John Leguizamo and Jaleel White Garrett? Are we going to make them drug dealers?
Depends on where you want to go with
Well,
their,
no.
with
Hold
their
on,
life path.
John Leguizamo,
No,
I think, is actually a bit Hispanic, so we could. Make
He's just a bit.
I was-
just a little bit Hispanic.
I was making a bad joke. You don't need to run with it.
No, I'm running with it, Tyler.
Luigi Mario is just a little bit Hispanic.
God fucking damn it. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta remind me of the pain?
That movie is great.
It is.
Whoa.
Oh man,
What
it's
movie?
something.
The fucking
The Super
Mario
Mario
Brothers movie.
Oh my god, I haven't seen
John
that in so
Leguizamo
long.
plays Luigi.
Oh god, really?
That's why I said
He
Luigi
does.
Mario.
Luigi Mario. But what's your full name? Mario Mario.
My name's Mario Mario.
This is my brother. What's his name? Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario.
Oh. The writing in this movie, am I right?
Flawless.
Get Dennis Hopper in here.
Look,
Turn him into a dinosaur.
To their credit, the game is called the Mario Brothers, which doesn't make sense unless Mario is their last name.
It is.
I'm just saying. So
It's true, but why can't?
Look, bud.
Man, fuck it. We're not gonna get stuck. We're not gonna get stuck on this. We can't.
Alright, move on. I agree.
So Madeline Stowe and Rosie are the. I say Madeline the angel and Rosie the demon. Yeah, that works. But then what are? I think John Leguizamo and Jaleel White, or maybe they're the ones that get M squared, Michael and Michael, on their little adventure. So maybe they can really be anything, but I think they have to kind of be the plot driver. They're gonna have to be the ones that maybe kind of initiate what's happening. And then the ladies are kind of on the side, showing up periodically, trying to push them in towards a decision, towards the direction they want them to go.
yeah, I like that. So what direction would you want to take it though? Would you want a Pineapple Express,
Yeah.
wacky, we're getting into crime, but we're not good at it, but it could go either way type of thing?
It could go that way. I am seeing it because the classic buddy film. There's 2 things that always end up fitting for that. It's always going to be a buddy cop film, or it is going to be kind of a buddy crime film where they just get mixed up in something that's way over their heads. Those are how they usually work best. The hard thing is just thinking what it would be in purgatory. Can it really be drugs? Because whatever drug you're taking is not going to matter because you're in purgatory. So it would have to be something where there's maybe an imaginary incentive where they're telling them that there is a way to get out of purgatory, but they have to go with them. Maybe it's something like that.
It could lead to something along those lines, but that could be a very good gateway.
That
hinges on escape film.
God damn it, Tyler.
It does.
Fuck yourself.
It hinges right on being an escape movie.
It does. So I'm saying they shouldn't know that they're in purgatory.
I think it has to be more of a decision of like I said, they have to choose to do a right or a wrong thing. Because the point of the demons and the angel being there is to try to get them to do one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we need catalyst characters, but I feel like their motives have to be, I say, impure.
Okay.
So that they can try to guide them toward the easy one, which is just doing evil things, because you're in a world with no consequence.
So just do evil things.
Right.
Yeah.
But the evil things, I don't know. Because if the world has no consequence, it really wouldn't be evil. Because there's no consequence for anyone.
Yeah, this is a very deep philosophical argument we're entering.
There would be no evil, and there would...
Because you couldn't necessarily consider anything evil because there's going to be no consequences that could harm other people.
Right.
Essentially. And maybe it's just that people don't...
Okay. The only reason that's a problem...
that could be it. Maybe the bowling alley, everybody who enters purgatory, maybe that's where they first show up, is at this bowling alley. So Michael Cera has been there forever, and it can maybe be something where he's been through all of purgatory, because he's been there for hundreds of years. He knows that you can't get out. He knows that there's it's pointless to do anything. So he's constantly seeing people come into purgatory with all these crazy ideas, and they're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And maybe
So
it's
you're
just
saying,
Michael
like-
Caine. He likes Michael Caine, so he's like, whatever, I'll tag along.
People are stuck there for hundreds and hundreds.
But
of
they
years.
don't know it, because just like Michael
But
Caine,
like,
he
people
doesn't-
do know that they're stuck there. They just don't know that they're stuck there for hundreds.
They don't know how long they
thousands
can be
of years.
stuck there. They
All
think
right.
that
I
maybe
like
there's
that.
a way to get out. It
I
gives
like
them a
it.
reason to like do stuff.
Yeah, because they're
Michael
fucking
Caine-
crazy.
Yeah, Michael Cera he just knows better at that point. He could be
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the few people like maybe in purgatory or maybe at the very beginning. It's just like no one's really around, and maybe that could be one of the things. That's why Charlton Heston's character is the only person ever at the bowling alley because he's like Michael Cera.
There's no-
He's been there forever, so he just
There's
bowls now.
multiple people there at the bowling alley because.
Well, he means he's the only like constant.
He's the only
Oh, yeah.
constant one, but other people still
He's
show
just
up.
in
It's
the
like, oh, it's
background.
purgatory. Let's go bowling.
Yeah,
it's
but
whatever.
that. I think we should do that. Like you said, have him at the bowling alley, always bowling, but no indication that he's the angel.
He's not the angel.
Is he not?
the
Damn it, guys.
the ladies. It's the ladies.
It's the lady angel.
I thought they were evil.
No, Madeline's gonna be
They're both-
the angel,
one's an angel,
and
one's an angel.
Rosie's the demon.
He should be the angel. He should be because he's always in the background, and when they finally need him,
Are you
he's
saying
like,
that
"Hey."
we should have Madeline be a red herring?
I like the idea of Charlton Heston just being the cowboy in the Big Lebowski, though.
Yeah.
I like just him being there to like give him a little nugget of wisdom.
nothing else.
And then
Nothing
that's
it.
it. Like that's all
Yeah,
he really does.
maybe he's just kind of there. He's
Right.
kind of weird, and then maybe he tells them something when they come back at the end of the movie. Where he's
But
just
I'm saying like
oh, hey.
we should make him the angel for that reason because it's like I don't know,
It's
might
like
be
the devil.
might be a bit too.
And no,
It might be too
and it
much
could-
of a positive movie. where it's
No,
like,
it
oh,
could
yeah,
be. It could be
positivity.
something that they come back at the end. They just have this adventure that they think it's horrible or it's terrible. They're just down in the dumps about purgatory, and then Heston's there. And he's like, "Oh,
Hey,
my
guys."
boys, old Hewitt, where you been?" And he's just like, "Oh, we've been all
Sucking
around
that dick."
purgatory, sucking that dick, whatever, just
Nani.
being crazy,
I don't know.
mortal
Sorry,
bastards."
I'm an idiot. I clearly misunderstood with this.
You did.
Oh, I did. I'm just saying. I think Charles Heston being like the character still was in the background, being the angel, would have been pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to change the title of this movie to go to Purgatory.
No, go bowling. Just let's go bowling.
Just have it go bowling.
Let's go bowling. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna put Purgatory.
Oh yeah, Purgatory.
All right, so they
Purgable.
So you want it to be
Who
that they
left the
don't
fridge
know
open?
that they can go one way or the other. Jesus Christ! Sorry.
I'm not.
fridge open.
Oh.
You better save those because you use all your movie references. You're not gonna be able to come back and use them again.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a little bit. You gotta save some nuggets.
Yeah, you gotta have a little restraint.
We're gonna party come on over. So I'm sorry. You want them to not know that they can go, that they can get out, and so like people are just sifting through.
Well, because people show up in purgatory with
Yeah.
no idea what's going on, and maybe Michael Cera, he just for some reason decides to work at this bowling alley, and people like he doesn't. Maybe it can even be one of those things. He doesn't always get customers. He just gets people walking in since it's the first building they see, and they'll be like, "What is this place? I thought I got like hit by a car or whatever." He's just like, "Oh yeah, this is purgatory," and he can just like kind of and he's like just emotionless about it. And so sometimes people will like cry or whatever, and he just like doesn't give a fuck. And then they'll be like, what? But what happens? Where do I go from here? He's like, I don't know. Yeah, and it could just be something very similar like that. He's like, yeah, I don't really know that stuff. Do you want some shoes?
Alright, okay.
Yeah,
that could be a line that he says.
Yeah.
I
maybe
mean,
tweak a little word.
modified version of that.
A
but
modified version, but the
Yeah.
punchline is he's just like, so are you gonna get
that
some
he still
shoes
doesn't
or-"
know. That he still doesn't know.
That he's like a panicky
Yeah,
little twerp.
that he's Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
All right.
So you're
I'm fine with
so you're saying it should be more along the lines of they're yelling at him and they're like, but there's no way to get out. There's this like I really don't know that stuff. Do you want some shoes? Maybe hit the lanes and then they just keep yelling at him.
That's what I imagined when I was saying it would be Arrested Development Michael Cera, because that's how he is.
Okay.
If you
he's
want
Michael
Scott
Cera.
Pilgrim Michael Cera, we could do that.
Look, but there's a fine line.
Here's the thing.
There is not.
The Scott
There
Pilgrim.
isn't. No, it's
The
not.
Scott Pilgrim version seems
There
like it would fit more the character if he is repeatedly trying to kill himself because he has nothing better to do. We can remove that altogether and have him be full Arrested Development. It's just for the character that I was thinking of him being.
You want him to be like disenfranchised, kind of.
Emotionless.
Right. Okay.
Right.
essentially emotionless. But like blunt and still funny. He got some good lines, but he's just he's desensitized.
Okay.
That's just an idea.
But why does he join Michael Cera? Or Michael Caine? Christ.
Why does Michael Cera join the Michael Cera
so
fan club?
similar. We could just call him MC.
That's why I said M squared.
Oh, did you?
Why do they form M squared? Because they got an adventure.
Oh, I didn't hear that joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
missed it.
We can't have that.
What?
We're recording.
Come on, dude.
We can't.
No, it's like pirate laws. It's on the radio.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Except
we could
for-
be in Seattle. Who knows?
We are in Seattle.
Oh, yes. The beautiful Mount Rainier. See it.
Ah, yes. The non-kneeling blacks
What?
at the football stadium. You should
Why?
probably take that out.
No, leave it in. Everybody's got a right to know. who you are.
Sometimes I'm like a bit too satirical for my own good, and I should stop because it's not even funny.
Please don't.
It's
The
that
joke,
South Park.
the joke worked a lot better in my head.
No, it did. It's alright.
Oh, I know it did. I'm glad you know though, because you clearly seem to know.
Okay.
All right.
So why does he decide to go with Michael Caine again?
I would just say maybe for some reason he just likes him. Maybe Michael Caine's just really friendly and wants to get to know him for some reason.
Maybe Michael Cera wants to see Michael Caine get crushed.
Naked.
Not physically, but he wants to see the emotion slowly drain out of him. So
Maybe,
exactly
and maybe I could see that scene now where it's just the guy is all hopefully just
Oh, that's
like,
the
we
only
should-
form of entertainment he has anymore.
we should see.
all right. I
We
can
should
see that, yeah.
well, he's like, have you ever wanted to get out of here? We should get out of here. We should live life. We should do all this stuff and be crazy.
Oh my God.
And it can be the scene. I can see the
no,
scene
that
now.
works really well because he would kill himself in front of Michael Caine just to see that shit drain out of him and be like, "Oh my God, you just killed yourself." So,
Yeah, something like that. But I'm thinking it could just be a simple scene where Michael Caine just starts droning about all this stuff, and maybe it'll have an inner monologue thing of a slow zoom.
I was gonna say, I don't think we should go
because
there.
if
we go there with one
just
person, we can go there with it.
simply to establish that Michael Cera wants to see him fail, and that's the only
Like a
purpose of it.
narration type of thing?
Just a small narration of him just being in his head of this guy of Michael Caine.
bucks.
Michael Caine pinching him this idea of him to go with him, him knowing better, but then it in his head he's just this guy doesn't know shit. I've been here for however he's already got here and he's already doing this dumb stuff. He's but I bet the look on his face is gonna be so good when he realizes that and so he just kind of pieces it together and then it just cuts from the inner monologue and he's like, yeah, okay. And Michael Caine's all surprised.
Can we just pretend that we drew Morgan Freeman and have him narrate it?
Yes.
We can. All right, I'm good with that.
It's
This man had just gotten here.
Yeah, it's like Andy Dufresne.
No,
Andy Dufresne.
Toby knew
Oh
better.
shit! All right, no, that's
Toby knew better.
Right.
He'd been in purgatory for thousands of years at this point. He tried to kill himself multiple times. And then it could show a cut thing where it shows all these different times of him trying to kill himself.
Andy knew better.
He traveled.
Andy didn't go.
He traveled to the ends of purgatory, and he saw what was there, and then it shows close up of his face.
All right.
It turns away, and
I
the
like
end
that.
of purgatory is literally just whiteness. There's just nothing. Eventually, it does stop, and there's nothing there, and it's oh shit.
It's way worse than Purgatory. They both are. Then you learn at the very end that there is nothing there is neither heaven nor hell. So it could be Death Note.
It's eventually you find out purgatory isn't endless. There's it's almost like someone just stopped working on it.
It's like
It's just whatever, that's done. That's fine for these assholes.
we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Now you're really dead because it's nothingness.
He even rented a car. He drove down there for 3 days straight. Saw nothing.
So would you open with that? With showing
I
who
would
Michael Cera is, or do you want to sprinkle that throughout the film?
I would
We can
think
sprinkle that.
no. I would think
I
would think that part specifically and kind of that whole narration bit itself would be kind of at the very beginning after he meets Michael Caine, and maybe starting kind of a combination through Michael Caine and Michael Cera, because Michael Caine just got there. We show him kind of his reaction of him being there, him meeting Michael Cera, and that's when it kind of shifts more so to being with Michael Cera. It's this is actually our main character. here's why he's even going there. Here's like kind of everything that he's been through purgatory. And maybe we can have another one of it too, but I would just imagine it being like short. It would be like a 5-minute quick rundown of his time in purgatory.
So you don't want to do any narration during the film? You just want to...
I would, that narration
Besides
thing would be a
Morgan
one-off. A one-off Morgan Freeman montage at the very beginning describing
Like
Michael
War of
Cera.
Worlds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And then maybe he comes back at the
at
very
the
end.
end, yeah,
and it's
at the
just
very
like,
end, he comes back.
It was like the one thing that they didn't expect in purgatory
water.
was the germs.
Was water.
They died of germs.
They died of germs. The one thing that the
Even
angels
though-
never took into account.
Even though they were there under the earth the whole time,
Spooky germs.
the goddamn germs killed them.
Well, the aliens weren't. The machines were.
I know, but I mean, they could have had the machine sample shit while they were there.
You don't understand.
Oh, I
Look, that
clearly
one
I
was,
don't. That would take some thought.
that one was
But hey,
thirsty. It
whatever.
had to get
I
out, get out, and
You don't
take a
just
drink
become-
of alien water. Okay.
Yeah, you don't just become immunized to germs.
No, but
you have to build
it
the
gives
tolerance.
them enough information, sends it back, and is like, hey,
This
watch out for water
bros.
and germs. Watch out for water and germs.
Wow.
But in the end, the water and the germ.
The aliens did not have an intergalactic memo system. No one got the memo.
Yeah,
they
you're
all
saying-
drank water and died.
You're saying that they have the ability to travel
Anyways, we're sidelined.
interstellar
Oh, yeah.
travel, and they
don't
that's
have-
not good enough. They also have to be able to beam back
Oh yeah.
germs,
Yeah.
so that they can immunize themselves.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they're smart enough to
This
do
is a
all
very
that,
advanced phrase.
Look, I'm just saying, if
clearly.
you're gonna invade a planet, you better be fucking ready.
you better know.
They're ready.
You better do your homework.
No, they weren't, because they ate everything that was there and
They
died.
didn't eat things. They
No,
kept getting out of
the
the
air.
ships.
Because they're
Same
idiots.
fucking thing.
Idiots.
No, you're
Will
deadly
Smith shows up
plants.
to the movie and he's
How would
like,
you know?
"Welcome to Earth." Punch
Yeah.
him around.
That happens.
In World of Worlds with Tom
And then
Cruise.
Will Smith carried his corpse across the desert.
Nobody saw that coming.
So, okay, alright. So they...
So how much of that is that? The whole first half?
I wouldn't even say that's the first half. You could probably do that shit within the first 15 minutes.
So okay.
You
So
might
he
want
meets
that.
Michael Caine.
Yeah.
No, you're good. He wants to watch him become disenfranchised, so he goes with him on this journey.
That makes
Whatever
perfect
he
sense
wants.
because that's the only form of entertainment he has.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
And that could be like
It's
25,
fucked up,
30 minutes, because the opening could be along with that before he
It
decides
could-
to do that.
it could
Michael
be-
Caine could get a job there. He'll be like,
Not
why
only
not?
that, it could be longer because then we consider it that we're factoring in the time to the fact. Oh
well, like the parts with Michael Cera could last like up
Longer.
to 10 minutes. You could drag that out. You could show a lot more of his life there.
And that maybe that could be the kind of the opening before Michael Caine shows up.
Yeah.
Is it's a beginning opening and it seems really dark of like just this movie about this guy who works at this bowling alley and he fucking hates it, and then he
Michael
tries to
Caine.
hang himself. Nothing happens. He just goes to work the next day, and then that's when the movie kind of is like, oh, this
No.
is actually purgatory, so he can't die.
We could do that, or we could set this up to be like cyclical in the sense that he's done that before with people, where he just like that's the way he entertains himself is whenever a new arrival comes, and since they all show up at the bowling alley, he's always at the bowling alleys because he always just like jumps on new fresh meat and he wants to see that shit drain from their fucking life.
So
But-
you're saying basically
hold
he's
on.
a sadist.
He's
No.
a vampire.
He's
He's an
a
emotional
social
vampire.
vampire.
Hold on, let me
He's an
finish.
emotional
I'm just saying,
vampire.
He does that, all right. I know it's fucked up, but
And
by
what
the time the person that he's doing that to figures it out, they're not friends anymore. Obviously, for obvious reasons. But in this case, with Michael Caine, they do remain friends because
That could be the
whatever happens next happens.
So
And
jump-
That's the rest of the movie.
It sounds like you're jumping in the end.
No,
I do feel like at the end. No, let's not talk about it.
no, that's what
No, I
I'm
don't
saying.
wanna- yeah,
I don't
I
want
just
to talk
don't
about
wanna-
that.
not the ending too much. We
It's
talk
not
about
the
it.
end. We're not
I
there
think
yet.
just
I'm
to
saying
make
that's a segue.
just to make it
It's perfect
simple.
sense.
Just to make it simple.
That's why he's always at the bowling alley, because he does this. He's been there for thousands of years.
Sure.
He's been in purgatory for thousands of years. He knows he's not getting out. That's why he's so fucked up.
Right.
He
No,
hates
we
it.
talked about.
We're done.
That's what I'm saying.
You're good. We understand.
All right. He's done this multiple times.
Right.
Except everybody always says, I never want to be friends with you.
But has he done it multiple times?
he has.
How many times?
How many
Multiple
times has he done it though precisely?
times.
How many? I want a
Multiple
head
times.
count. How many?
I think
Should
that-
we draw
I think
other
that
actors from the previous
actually, I'm
people
not
he's
sure.
done this
You
to?
may have actually done it a couple times. But
This is the first third of the movie. We got it.
I'm
that's
saying
what I've been saying.
I'm saying skipping to then moving into their wacky adventure. I think Jaleel White should be the guy whose car they steal. Like when they make the decision, it's just like, fine, we're gonna fucking leave, and then they immediately walk out the bowling alley, and Michael Cera's just like, let's take that car. But that's somebody else's car. He's like, yeah, I know it's somebody else's car, and then they just take it.
Jaleel White sleeping in the backseat.
Yes. And he ends up waking up. They don't check the backseat.
They should shoot him on accident. Anyways,
Michael Cera picks the lock because why wouldn't he know how to do that?
right.
He's been there for thousands of years.
Right.
He knows how to do, and that can be like one of the jokes of it is he knows how to do everything. Like whenever there's a problem, he can just fix it like that because
But he's not unique in any way.
yeah, he doesn't feel like he has a personality. Like
there's multiple people who can do that because there's multiple people who have been there for thousands of years.
yeah, there's people that have been there long enough that they can just seemingly do everything, and they're good at everything. But yeah, so he picks Jaleel White's car's lock. There could be a funny exchange where he wakes up in the backseat.
Maybe he
drive it into a cliff.
Also doesn't care.
Yeah, maybe he just kind of drives around and they're like,
He's
they're like, sorry, we stole your car. When he wakes up, he's like, oh, whatever.
He's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
I actually could see that.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is my
No, because it could be like a
kind
true
of
adventure for half a second.
Yeah, it'd be like in White Castle.
Yeah.
Bringing Neil Patrick
I got you. Yeah. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
We could do that. That'd be great.
So yeah, he's kind of a wacky side guy. Maybe have a scene like NPH, maybe like Toby Maguire in Fear and Loathing. Just kind of a weird interaction. Yeah, like a weird side character, just a weird interaction between all these people, and then it's kind of over.
Okay. Where do they go?
I think the first place that they should stop is a gas station, and I think that's when they should run into one of the people. Like they just need to stop somewhere and run into one of the angels or the demons. Maybe the first one they run into is the demon, where they're just like, we're living life. This is purgatory. Let's do whatever. And like Michael Caine's all hyped about it, and Michael Cera's just like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And maybe the chick's like, great. Do you want to rob this place? And maybe they rob it. You know, things just happen.
And that could be the good angel because she's just like, hey.
Just to see what kind of decisions they make.
Well,
right.
Because like, angels, the demon. That's why the angel's job is so much harder because accidentally they're doing the demon's jobs for them.
Sometimes, and it's not always because like some people just don't.
It's not because they want to; it's because they have to. Then
that's how it works.
Let's do that. Let's do the angel part of it, and maybe she suggests it.
Yeah.
So Madeline, the angel, suggests it, and Michael Caine's like, "Oh no, we can't do that." And then maybe Michael Cera's just like, "Yeah, of course we can." He's just like, he's like, "There's no consequences. We could rob this guy and shoot him, and he would be totally fine with it." And maybe it could even be like a breaking thing where maybe he'll yell at the guy, he's like, "Hey, how many times have you been robbed?" And the guy will just know. He'll just know how many times he's been robbed.
Right.
Because he's a character like Michael Cera. He's desensitized, he just does a dumb job because he doesn't fucking care. It's like, see, we can rob him. Yeah. He's like, we can rob him, he won't be scared.
Yeah.
And then they rob him.
Because it hasn't.
So they make the wrong choice.
He hasn't been reaped yet by either side.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, and it can be the first sign of maybe that's why Michael Cera's been there for so long, because he doesn't care and he hasn't bothered to try and change.
Not just that, but they've been there for so long. They've been tested for like multiple times, so there's like no doubt about it whether they're going to heaven or hell.
We're good. We can get because I have a thought on that, and we can get to it later.
So that'd be the first third. The first part of the movie will end with them deciding to rob the bank, gas station,
and maybe that's when you can kind of see Michael Cera's influence kind of rubbing off on Michael Caine, right? Where it's like he just doesn't care. Like you can totally kind of live this life in purgatory. Yeah. And then maybe that's the beginning.
I'll make another one.
That could be kind of the beginning, maybe mid of the second half, where Michael Caine's just had enough. He's like, we're not gonna do this anymore. We're gonna do the right thing. Kind of like that moment in Groundhog's Day. He just kind of has that turning point where he's just like, I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never seen Groundhog's Day.
What?
Never.
You have to rectify that.
Oh, I know.
It's not good.
No, I've never fully seen it through, and it's like one of the things that I'm the most ashamed of. Is because it's like I missed out on.
Well, I got one right.
I missed out on that.
I've never seen The Godfather either.
Godfather is amazing. It's probably one of the best films ever made, in my opinion.
I hear that a lot.
If you think about like story wise and like in the 70s and everything that went into it, it's like, fuck, man, that was really well done. Anyways, Marlon Brando is a shit.
So is Al Pacino.
Yeah, he's pretty good in that movie before he becomes
What you gonna do with my Dunkachino?
What?
Tyler, I get that reference, and we shouldn't talk about
We
it.
shouldn't talk about it.
No, man.
We
I
should.
want to hear.
No, you're good.
It's
Yeah,
from.
no, we're good. We're good.
You don't need to
Nah,
know.
you
You don't bring up secrets like
You
that.
don't need to know our dirty laundry.
Everybody wants to know now.
It's from Jack and Jill.
Yeah, it's
man.
from Jack and Jill.
Oh, gross. Why would you watch that?
Because
It was
we saw it.
My
we saw
mom
it.
took me to it, and she was laughing the whole.
Me and Ricardo saw it, and we were laughing not for the right reasons.
My
we
mom
were
took me to it.
we were
It was
laughing.
So funny.
We were laughing at how bad it was, and we were the only people laughing in the
Dunkachino.
theater. They probably thought we were the stupidest idiots.
Yeah, probably.
But
Dunkachino.
it was
my Dunkachino.
'cause every
he
Adam-
dances and shit, dude.
yeah, every Adam Sandler movie has to have that product placement thing, that thing they're selling, and that's like the entire budget of the movie. And it was Starbucks, and it was Al Pacino, and he advertised with Dunkachino. And it
great.
was the stupidest fucking
No,
thing.
but it-
You know,
like-
as you said that, I was like, you know, he does do that a lot because he did that with snack packs in Billy Madison.
He
did
does it in
he
every
did
one
it
of
with
his movies.
Subway in fucking Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
Big Daddy is McDonald's.
Yes!
It
No,
is.
Big
It
Daddy
is.
is Hooters. Big Daddy is
It's
Hooters.
McDonald's too because he does that whole thing where he goes to McDonald's.
He does McDonald's, Hooters. He sells himself out in every movie.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
No, he
How
doesn't-
did you not notice that?
I didn't notice that either until you just pointed it out, and I'm
He
like,
does
It's always like a
he's
big
right.
plot point.
He's right.
It's always a
Subway.
huge plot point.
Oh my god. Okay, Subway's huge. It's like the highest franchised restaurant. Damn, Tyler.
How did you guys not notice
I
this?
never did.
Every single one of his fucking
Damn.
movies.
Because
I never noticed.
It's
I
ridiculous.
love those movies, but
I really like Punch
You
Drunk
don't-
Love, and he doesn't do it in that.
He doesn't do it in that because it's not his
It's not
movie.
his
It's
movie.
not
Really,
made by
really.
his
it's a
company.
real fucking movie.
Yeah, it's a real movie.
Do you want to jump ahead and after they make this immoral choice, you want to just have it be like the end of a string of immoral choices, and Michael Caine's kind of tired of it?
Yeah, we could. Maybe the turning point of it is maybe it's Michael Caine alone, but he's not getting tempted by the angel this time. He's actually getting tempted by the demon, and he chooses to make the right decision on his own. And then maybe that kind of influences him of him just being like, I should.
But how early?
Sarah should do this
How
too.
early on do you want that to be a thing? Do you want to jump through like, oh, they've made a bunch of bad decisions?
Let's have them go through a lot of bad decisions.
Do you want to show it?
Like a lot of bad decisions, have it be really zany and wacky, and that's going to be like most of the, pretty much the entire middle of the movie. Maybe have like a huge crescendo of wackiness, kind of near the beginning of the third act, and have the demon and the angel popping in here and there,
Okay.
pushing them in weird directions, and maybe John Leguizamo, maybe he kidnaps Jaleel White, and maybe that's like the beginning of their deciding to be good thing, where Michael Caine's just like, but he was our friend. We should go get him from that weird guy, that weird sex pervert that kidnapped him and all that leather.
where are we going with this?
Somewhere in hell, so it's
Alright.
a really weird thing. Like maybe this guy's just
Okay.
like dressed.
It's
like,
oddly specific. I'm kidding.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
So John Leguizamo is a character
who is doing
who
bad
has decided to
intentionally.
do bad intentionally, but he's at like the peak of what he would be doing bad things of. He's already built his way up through like
Where now he's just doing like crazy
Assaults.
shit. Like he's
now he's like
blowing-
killing people.
he's blowing up buildings. He
trying to kill
doesn't.
people.
Terrorists. And
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
And he's just like,
So he's gonna
and he steals their car and he kidnaps Jaleel.
to torture him.
We have already had our torture scene. Sadly, I don't think we can give John Leguizamo a crab claw hand and a watch on it.
Tyler, no.
So
Tyler,
no torture scene this time.
No.
Okay.
Thank God. Jesus Christ, we don't need one of those
We do.
in every movie, Tyler.
We need him in at least half.
No.
But no, yeah. Let's say, and then
No.
that's when, and maybe that's kind of the thing where Michael Caine's like, Michael, Cera, we're M squared. I think you are my bud.
Their names are not Michaels.
Yeah, they're not Michaels in the movie.
He'll be like, Toby, my name is Butch. I know we've had this long adventure together. We've
It's
been doing
fuck.
some bad stuff. I think
No,
that
it's
we should be good
fuck.
now. and I think that we should help our friend.
That's a closer Michael.
That's
Caine.
way closer than the shit
You
came
really
up with.
thought about it.
No, we got it.
I was joking.
No,
that
were
was my
you?
Michael Caine.
Oh yeah.
I was making fun of
I
his
know
Michael
you
Caine.
really were. That was a lot better. Tyler.
What's your Michael Caine?
I don't have one because I can't do that.
She was only 17 years.
She was only 17 years, mate.
You see it.
My-
When a thief goes into the jungle.
Hey, all of the money.
all of the money.
Hey,
They're grapefruit was the size of a ruby.
That's what you call it. Prestige.
So where is he taking?
Listen to me, Toby.
Toby? Yeah, it's Toby. It is Toby.
Toby, listen to me. My name is.
My name is Butch.
Alright, so Gareth kidnaps
Yeah,
Leslie
we're getting that.
to take where? What is he gonna do with him that they could potentially stop?
He's gonna tie him to a railroad track.
Old timey.
Yeah, let's just go totally classic.
mustache twirling villain.
Maybe can he even be dressed like that? Like he's
Like
just
the Hamburglar?
yeah, he's just playing the character in full. He has a creepy twirled mustache. He has like a black top hat and a cape. Like John Leguizamo's just having fun with it
Okay.
in Purgatory of him just being a classic like comedy villain. And yeah, he ties him to railroad tracks. And Michael Cera will be like,
No, I like this.
no,
I like
because
this.
no, because then
I'm on number.
He's a Hamburglar.
because then Michael Caine's gonna be like, we need to save him. He's
Is he
gonna,
living out some stupid ass fantasy of his?
Right.
Okay, all right.
no,
Oh, I can see that. No, who kidnaps who? Is it Gareth?
John,
No, yeah, I can
John
see that.
Leguizamo
No,
kidnaps
that's
him.
definitely a fantasy of his.
And then-
in this movie, That's
And then
fine.
Michael Caine can be like, Toby, we need to go rescue him. And Toby can, of course, be like, why? Why would we rescue him? He's just going to get
Doesn't
run over
matter.
and he's going to be alive. It's not going to matter. He's like, because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And I want you to do it with me.
I want Butch and Tony to run into John Leguizamo and just like talk to him, and they find out what he wants to do next and what he's going to do next. And then they see him steal their car,
Oh my god.
and they
I've
know
got-
Leslie's in the back seat. So what I imagine is that maybe they're walking into a building and he's walking out, just something that simple. And they run into him and they get to talking because he's dressed like an idiot, and he tells them like, "Oh, I'm dressed like this because I'm going to go tie someone to the railroad tracks." Because John Leguizamo has that voice. Now, he's a very good actor. He's many accents. Yeah.
Luigi Mario.
My name is Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario.
And I'm gonna go tie someone to the railroad track.
And then Michael Cera can be like, you're just the part. And he's like, damn right, yeah.
Right. And then they see him
Toby.
along the way.
You know, he's tying him to the railroad.
What is
I
that?
don't know. That was a really bad man.
Anyway, you're scaring me.
No, I get it.
17 years
I get
of
what you're
age.
trying to do.
Tried to the railroad tracks. Run over, her body parts went everywhere, but she came back because of purgatory.
Wow.
Alright, this is happening. I did this. I'm sorry. Sorry, listeners.
Wait, real quick sidebar. So when people die, they just meld back together like the T-10,000 or whatever.
No, they just appear. It's never shown. They just
I
appear.
was just wanting to say that her body was in pieces.
Okay,
That
so
everything-
Ricardo's idea is that they blow up or get maimed or whatever.
Whatever.
If they
Whatever
die,
happens,
then they
happens.
just plop back into existence.
Like
There's
right next to their dead body.
parts.
No,
Okay.
right next to their dead
No, I
body.
like
They're
that.
like, oh,
So eventually they die, and then they're just.
Right.
Do we need a goofy sound?
No,
Do we need a
we don't
sound
need
effect?
anything because we're not showing it. It's just like a cut, and like it's a cut to the person standing there.
No,
And,
it's
like,
it can always kind of be from their perspective of them dying, and then they open their eyes and they're right next to their
yeah.
dead
The
body.
next blink is like they're like, oh,
They're like,
that's how I died this time.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Same thing.
Doesn't matter.
Suddenly it's blackness, and then they're looking down at
Fucking, like,
their headless bodies.
So every time we show somebody die in this movie, we're going to show it from their perspective.
No, it's not that. That's what I'm saying. We do it from their perspective in one shot. The next shot, it's like cut
That could
to
be the
somebody going,
We just
time-
want to establish it.
Yeah, that's the first time
It
that
just
this happens
appears. It
with
just appears.
with
It doesn't
Michael
necessarily-
Cera. That's the first way we see it.
Okay.
But then other than that, it's like this establishes this is what happens when people die. They just come back in a new body.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but-
yeah, he wants to take that. My sidebar's over. I just.
Yeah, no.
It
So
just
he-
appears.
Needed sidebar.
It's through different angles, but they just appear. It
No,
doesn't matter.
that's fine. So Gareth takes Leslie to a railroad track. They
Right.
see him steal a car, and then they have this like conflicted. Michael Caine wants to go save him. Michael Cera doesn't care,
And Jalil's in the back.
and is saying it doesn't matter. Then they meet the demon. But Michael Caine feels bad for all the bad things they've done, so he chooses to go save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The demon tries to just
Maybe
yeah,
they
it's
choose
not worth
they
it.
choose to go save them, and then the angel shows up like in a car and gives them a ride. She kind of helps them on their way to
That
making
we
the
could be
correct
getting
decision.
rid of Jalil.
No, they're going to save Jaleel because he's at the railroad tracks tied to them.
See, this could be like the rest of the movie. It could be, if you want it to be. It could be their journey to try to get to him, because like John Leguizamo's character keeps getting further and further ahead unnecessarily. Like maybe they have a hard time getting a car at first, and they lose time, so they're behind him. Like the movie could be them trying to catch up.
So them trying to get him, I don't want it to last too long. That could that is something we could maybe stretch it to like 10 minutes.
Okay, so you want it
That
to be more of a
makes
quick adventure, like in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes,
Okay.
a quick side,
It's
a
like
quick side
it's long
adventure
enough
thing.
to take up a good portion of the movie, but it's not the main.
And maybe they have the angels help through it just to kind of more give that sign of. I think
I mean,
that
she tested him once, but
I think
if
that-
you want to put him in more.
I think the angel would need to show at this point to assist them after the demon had shown, like after they made the choice to actually not. They make the bad decision. That's kind of their reward for it in the eyes of purgatory, is that the angel's willing to help them. You make the correct decision.
Okay.
But doesn't. But maybe it's something like intentional where she shows up, she gives them a ride, but she only gets them so far, like the car breaks down or something, or it explodes. And
So
then
you don't want her to actually help them.
she helps them, and maybe she gives them like some words of wisdom. Like maybe it can be something where while they're driving, like maybe Michael Cera's not fully for it, and they argue, and then maybe she can kind of be like the middle person that kind of helps them in making that, basically helping sway Michael Cera to stop being such a dick. And then car explodes.
I don't know what car explodes.
Car
crash.
Car crashes
Car
into a
crash.
cactus.
Or another car crashes into him.
Amazing car crash, but then
then
she's
the
just gone. And it,
Oh.
and it just confuses them.
I can go for that.
Ooh, I know. So they arrive, and Jaleel White is tied to the railroad track already.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo is standing on the other side of the railroad track
Wherever.
with a cannon behind him.
Okay.
The what?
I like
A
it.
cannon,
Okay.
and he's got the switch in his hand. And he's like, if you try to save him, I'm gonna cannon your ass. Because he's like an old-timey hamburger type guy.
Yeah. He has to go with the
He's a
weirdest
cannon.
weapon possible.
Okay.
It's a cannon.
Right.
I think that might be overkill. On the
No.
Alright. I'm fine with
That's
that.
not. It's perfect.
I don't care too much about it, but
He's
okay.
temporary. He's not gonna be in the whole film.
Oh, I know he's not. We don't need to develop him any further.
Right.
He also has a rapier.
And I think it's good to show like how lost people can get.
We can
In
use
this
him
way.
as
How
he's a plot
insane
device.
people
Yeah, how
can
insane.
become.
No, he's a
in
plot.
Purgatory.
Yeah, he's a plot device.
Right.
Perfect.
Because you can
No,
leave
that
them
makes perfect sense. People are crazy.
So they attempt
I get
to
it.
save
Good.
Jaleel White. They
And they can even say Michael Cera can be like, "Where'd you get a cannon?" Like he can actually like show some emotion. Like he's like, "What the fuck? How is there a cannon?"
Right.
Be like, "Where'd you get a cannon?" I'll be like, "I made it." and I'll be like, "Oh," and like Michael Cera will be kind of like awe-inspired by it. Like, "Oh shit, you made a cannon?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something like
How
that.
do they beat him?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because we don't got any roadrunners.
No, I was thinking of that. They should be like,
Maybe
and
he
it's
does
just like,
just
so
get-
you better stop or I'm gonna cannon your ass. And then Michael Caine be like, what would we do, Toby? What would we do? He'll be like, let's just go save him, fuck it. And he'll start walking forward. He'll be like, no. He'll be like, no, Toby, what are you doing? And then he just gets fucking blown up, but he just appears right next to his body, and he just keeps moving. It's like, sure, he's gonna cannon his ass, but then he just comes back to life, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
He comes back to life right where he died, and then they can save him while John Leguizamo spends all this time trying to load up the second cannon shot.
I feel like they should try to save him, but right before they do, he just gets killed by the train and then just reappears right next to himself and be like,
I like the idea of them actually succeeding so that they get a mark on like the good tally.
I mean, they would still get a mark on the good time because they tried. They just.
Do you though?
I do.
If a superhero has to save, like the Flash, if there's a burning building, he's got to save everybody in the burning building.
I feel like we're measuring humanity in that comic.
He only kills, or he only saves like
I'm saying
40 out of 50 people. Does he really get like a gold star?
He
for
does.
trying?
He does.
Or does he just
No,
like
he does because
for
that's-
10 issues after? Does he
No.
just feel terrible?
For about 5 issues, he feels terrible, and then.
But also keep
somebody
in mind-
gives him like a prep talk, and he's like, "Hey man, this is what you do."
Maybe it can
And
be
it's
one
like,
of
you
those
still
things
did
where
a
they
good thing.
fail, but again, because it's purgatory, he just comes back to life, and they're just kind of like, "Oh damn!" And they're
What
like,
I've been fucking
and
saying.
they're like, "Sorry, man."
He gets run over, and he just like appears for
He just comes back, and they're like, "We're sorry, guys. We're sorry, man. We didn't get to save you."
Yeah,
and
but they
he's
still
like,
get a point.
"It was nice of you to do so, though. Okay,
they still get a point. That's what I'm saying.
It was nice.
It
of you
ends
to try.
that way with them getting run over, and then the angel's like, "Oh, they tried. Good. That's good."
And then I think that's when they decide, like,
They felt-
Jalil's character will be like, "Well, what are you guys gonna do next?" And they're like, "Let's just go back to the bowling alley." And like they'll just be like, "We're tired. Let's just go back to the bowling alley." And that's when good old CH Charlton Heston, when good old Hewitt is just like gives them that one last word of wisdom, and then he turns into God.
Oh,
Wow. No.
no,
I am not okay
He
with that.
turns into God. He
No,
grabs
there's no
Michael
God.
Caine and crushes him into a bowling ball.
And then bowls him straight to
Bowls
heaven.
him.
That's how you go to heaven. You get bowled
You
straight
get
to heaven.
bowled.
into a strike.
Oh, and if it's a 7-10 split, you go to hell.
Yep. Exactly. Because you get ripped apart. All right.
No, he doesn't.
No, he's gone.
I want to keep this pin decision thing in, so.
Yeah.
Crushing him into a ball and bowling attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then but no, there has to be that moment there where he'll be like, Michael Caine,
Is he Michael Caine?
you've proved.
I thought he was Charles Heston. I thought he was
Yeah,
Charles
give me
Heston.
No, I'm
Give me your
Charles.
Charlton
I'm
Heston.
trying to do Charles. Okay,
I don't know how to do Charles Heston. I'm not going to even try that.
Let me like grit my teeth. I think that's gonna be the key here is gritting your teeth.
Anyways.
Butch.
You sound like Clint Eastwood.
You do. Thank you. I was trying to put a finger on it, and you got it.
Butch. Maybe something Butch.
No, he's not God. He's Charles Heston. He's the fucking guy from the Big Lebowski. He gives him a motivational speech.
But he says, Butch.
It'd be like,
You've made-
Butch, I've been here for. I'm going John Wayne. I don't know.
Yeah, you're.
It's
none
hard.
of us are hitting
It's
it.
so hard.
Basically, they show back up. He gives them like one final word of wisdom, and he'll be like, you know, the one thing that I think can keep someone going in purgatory is friends. Like just something kind of hokey like that. And then Michael Cera will be like, "What are you talking about? You don't have any friends. You're here every day." And he'll be like, "What are you talking about? I have plenty of friends."
Goodbye.
And that could be that thing. Maybe where Michael Cera jokes about him being like some weird guy that just bowls every day.
He's not.
But he actually has like he doesn't take purgatory for granted. You actually find out that he tries to live life and like meet people.
Is he God still?
He might as well be.
I mean-
Without us saying it. That's it. It doesn't matter. He doesn't need to say anything else. That's up to the audience. He can be God because he's telling him how to like enjoy it.
So we're the pin idea.
It doesn't matter.
The ball, crushing people with bowling balls.
I'm
No, we're not with
50-50.
that.
Either
No,
one
we're out.
works for
That's
me.
ridiculous. That's too much. That's too much. That's not happening.
But
Damn.
No.
but it's
No, that's fine.
but it's still good.
It's hokey. It's hokey.
It's too
it will
hokey.
it'll
It's
be an
too hokey.
alternate ending in the DVD.
Yeah. All right.
I'll settle with that alternate ending. Maybe there will be a special screening, like a couple years after it comes out, where that's the ending they show, a special thing, and the director will show up and
Oh
do
my
like
God.
a Q&A.
I'm just thinking of an ending on accident, and it's like,
We're almost there. Yeah.
oh, I know, but I'm thinking like after he tells him this, Michael Cera realizes that like as long as he has a friend, he's happy, and like they're actual friends, and then it doesn't matter what they do, whether it's good things or bad things. We follow them through their adventure, and then it just kind of ends. They're still friends.
So you're ending
because they're in purgatory. They're gonna be there for thousands of years.
I thought we were still in the like second half.
I was
we
still.
are. We could still see.
No,
them do
I
other
think them
shit.
going. I
That's what
think
I'm
them
saying.
going
This is
back to the
very-
bowling alley should be the very ending.
Oh wow, we're a lot further than I thought. So okay.
Yeah, no, I think most of the bad stuff and then kind of the little adventure rescue thing is going to be more near the end. That just feels like it'll fit better for the kind of thing we're going for. And like I said, sprinkle in the angel and the demon a lot more, just so at least to the audience it becomes more apparent who they are.
So at the end of the movie, ultimately, you don't want to show whether or not they get into heaven or hell. You just want to show them making a decision.
I was thinking it should be better where they make this realization with Charlton Heston himself. It's like, you know what, purgatory, where Michael Cera mainly, he realizes like purgatory isn't that bad as long as I like have someone to share it with, as long as I have friends.
Yeah,
but based on the
That's
decisions and based off of Michael Caine, like switching over Michael Cera to be a good person, he actually gets approached by the angel and he's given the option to go to heaven. He's just like, you passed the test, you can go to heaven. And then Michael Caine will be like, can he come with me? And she'll say no. She'll be like, sure, he's changed, but he's not something we can take out of purgatory. And he'll be like, then I don't want to go. He's been like, we've shared something, we're friends. I think I'll be all right here for now until he can come with me.
Yeah.
Because it'll be one of those things where you can tell Michael Cera, like, once he finds it out, he is physically trying to change. It'll be like, no, you should go. But then when you decide not to, it's just like, oh, buddies. Toby, I can't wait to hear
Damn you, Tyler. God damn you.
You're my friend, Toby.
That's not even him.
Is that Charlton Heston?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That was supposed to be Michael Caine.
Oh, it sounds
It's hard to shift gears.
That's why I was having.
It sounded more Charlton Heston. You actually were pretty close.
No, I don't think you know. No.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like. Kinda. I mean, you're not like Spawn.
Toby, I won't leave purgatory without you. Mm-hmm.
There's no British like tilt to it or lilt, whatever.
There
the
is
word
a small amount.
Toby.
I can't leave purgatory without you, mate.
Impressions are stunningly accurate.
Well, they're wrong. I've not heard your Michael Caine, but I assume it would be something along the lines of,
My name's Michael Caine. That is where you are so wrong. And you can look at my live video to prove, because that's the very thing I don't do. I say that he used to talk like that.
Do you, Michael Caine?
Okay. I say Michael Caine used to talk like this in the 1960s, right? But that has changed. And I say that over the years, Michael's voice has come down. And all of the cigars and the brandy don't let me finish. Can now be heard. Okay. I'm not fucking finished. In the back of the voice.
That is a very good Michael
Caine.
Caine.
Still not finished. The voice. Because you look like you're about to bloody talk. Finish. Right, so. That's voice now. The Batman Moses and in Harry Brown. I can't go fast because Michael Caine talks very, very slowly.
Well, this is how Michael Caine speaks. Michael Caine speaks to his nose like that.
He gets very, very specific. It's very like that. When it gets loudly, it gets very loud indeed. It gets very specific. It's not quite nasal enough the way you're doing it, all right? You're not doing it the way he speaks. You're not doing it with the kind of, and you don't do the broken voice. It gets very emotional. When he gets very emotional indeed, she was only 16 years old. She was only 16. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
That's Michael Caine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's been a while
That's
since I've
Michael
seen that
Caine.
movie.
Yep.
That's Michael Caine.
Thank you.
They were both pretty good, but the first one was nuts, man.
Oh, thanks.
I think that's my favorite. Is how they do it through
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And they keep saying it's that line. She was only 16 years old.
But yeah, I think that would be the best happy ending. Is
I agree with
him
that.
being like Michael Caine just being like, I will not leave Toby. I will stay in purgatory. I will stay in purgatory.
So it was only
After here and there.
I know.
we can't.
Yeah.
You can't, but
We can't even.
you gotta try it.
No.
No, he tried.
You
No, he at least tried.
I don't want to hear you try.
No, he tried. That was good. I'll give him an A for effort.
Yeah,
So
and then
that's it,
And
right?
then it
You
just
wanna
ends
end
with
it
them
there?
in purgatory, and Jaleel White also works the
Going off on adventures, and it's like it's up to the viewer's imagination to end it.
Their imaginations.
Yeah.
The audience doesn't have an imagination.
No. Wow.
That's what we're here for.
No,
Wow.
that is
To
how
tell them
you're
what to
telling
imagine.
them-
I didn't know you were already a sellout.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Before we wrap
Fuck
up,
no.
Wrap it up.
Flip or flop?
I think.
Well, actually, that's something I wanted to bring up. I was almost wondering if we should do flip or flop, like not flip or flop or flop or not,
Wow.
because
You think our answers are gonna be the same every time, don't you?
yeah, why would we?
I
make,
would see the shit out of this.
This movie
and
sounds
that's
awesome.
the
And it would
problem.
do well.
I
That's
think
the
so
problem
too.
with it is I think we would see every movie we would make because we're making the movies for ourselves. We
Tyler,
can't really gauge.
No, Tyler,
that stuff.
I'm actually gonna say I agree with Gary. I think I would definitely see this movie, and I think it would talk. I would speak very well to this generation that is like becoming.
You
adults.
just ignored
missed-
everything
you
I
missed
said.
everything you just
No,
said.
I did. I did.
I agree too, because that's the thing is I think that I would see this movie. I think it would be awesome and hilarious, but that's the problem. We just made this movie just now. Of course, it's going to be awesome because we made it, and we made it because we think it's awesome.
Yeah, but
We,
that's the whole problem with.
So we gotta have an ending to this.
and that's what I was deciding. Should it be
I think it's just them pulling back, and it's like
No, not
you
the
realize.
not the film? Jeez.
the podcast.
I
It
know.
should
Each
prob-
episode. how
It
do you
should
want
probably fade to black.
I want
and
a
then
star wipe to
it's like-
stars and just.
Starring Michael Cera,
No,
Michael Caine,
Star.
Jaleel White.
Wow. Is yours like Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
Starring
Just kind of.
Michael Caine.
Or should it be Morgan Freeman's voice again?
Wow. That was good, man.
Starring.
That was a good one.
Starring Michael Cera and Michael Caine.
All right.
Okay.
No, how are we ending the podcast though?
That's something I wanted to. Because I mean
So
I'm
you
fine. I'm fine with flop or not, but I think that could be a problem with it. Is every time our answer is going to be
I
the
was
same.
thinking that the
Is
same.
we're making the best movie ever. Of course we're going to see it, and of course we think it's going to do well.
Well, either that or that every
Okay.
movie we make is gonna flop because it's too weird.
No, all right. We
Which
should.
yeah is most
we should-
likely the case.
We could make it. How many times would you see this movie?
My answer would be once or not at all. Usually, I think.
No. My answer would depend based on that, but based on the movie. But things like movies like The Road, I would never see. I don't need to see that movie more than once.
I actually I think that would be a good gauge. Is this a movie you think you would watch more than once?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't
How
have
many
to be
times? How many
specific.
times do you think you could watch this? I could probably watch this movie that we just made twice at best because it's great, but it's also super depressing.
So you're not talking just in theater. You're talking in general
In
over its
general.
lifespan.
Oh
Over
yeah.
its lifespan, would you even
Once
want
its
to?
inception.
Would you even
Yeah.
want to see it
Inception.
again after its initial release? Would you consider buying it on DVD? Would you ever want to invest more money than just the ticket price
That's what
on
I'm
this
saying.
film?
But
So
Would you pirate
that's what
it?
I'm thinking, at least.
So you'd only see it twice. I'm okay with this segment, by the way.
Oh, me too. We should keep
So you'd only see it twice.
Definitely, I would see it once. See it in theaters. Like, I think I could probably see it more than once, maybe 2 or 3 times. There would probably be some pretty large gaps in it. I could see it being a movie I would watch again with someone who hadn't seen it. So I could see that. Like, if I met someone that had never seen it, I'd be like, I haven't seen that movie in a while. I'll totally watch it again. It's worth seeing. Like, if they hadn't seen it, I'd be like, we'll watch together. For sure.
What do you think, bud?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd probably see it in theater only if it were played at like an indie theater.
Right.
I don't think I'd pay full ticket price to see this
Okay.
because it does feel more like that Disaster Artist or Three Billboards.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie that
It's
I'm
not
not gonna
seen.
pay full price for it. It's okay. I don't know. Over the course of its lifespan, I'd probably only watch it, like you said, with people who haven't seen it before
I'd be like, yeah, it's a good movie.
and might like it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because there are movies like that that I specifically
I guess I
only use
didn't
to show
really
people.
think about it that
I
way.
can see it being one of those things where it's like, yeah, you gotta watch it mainly for the ending because John Leguizamo shows up and it's weird as
I wouldn't
fuck.
spoil it.
No.
I don't like doing that.
No, but the thing is, my problem is I regret saying what I said about my opinion, seeing it twice at best, because I didn't think about it. Maybe thinking, oh, this guy would like this movie, I'd watch it with it. So it'd probably be like more than 2, but at least 2 if I'm doing it by myself.
Yeah, I'd be willing to see.
If I'm watching it by myself, at least 2.
Yeah, I'd be willing to see it more than once and watch it with other people.
That's what I was saying when I said 2. If I'm
I
watching
think
it by
that's
myself,
I think
probably
that's a
2.
good gauge because I can think of a few movies that I've seen before where I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie. I don't ever want to see it again. I don't want to watch it with other people again. I've seen Enter the
That's what I'm
Void too
saying.
many times in my life. I don't want to see that.
I've seen it
movie
once,
again.
and that was once too many times.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing that
It's
movie
very
once is once too many. Seeing a Serbian film once is once too many.
No, that movie was just stupid. I could watch that movie and make fun of it because it was just dumb. It was trying too hard.
It's I fucking hate that movie.
It's so dumb, dude.
That movie,
too.
Taxidermia is stupid as shit too. It's
Pretentious
pretentious.
as shit.
It's
like-
pretentious. So fucking pretentious.
You can't
So
do that.
that's been the executive stable, I guess. Now is the time for the wrap up,
Oh wow.
I believe.
This part always just has to be really awkward, doesn't it?
It does. It does always have to be very awkward. It has to come out of the blue. It has to be very sad.
Just sudden.
Look,
You
I'm
just-
saying
you
I don't
know
think
the
this
episode
movie
thing.
would. Yeah, I would watch it twice by myself.
He's
by
doing
myself.
the outro.
Oh, I know you are. I know you are. I'm
We're
leaving
gonna
to it.
backpedal over this.
Look, bud. I don't interrupt. I don't go to your work and slap the dicks out of your mouth. All right.
You do sometimes.
I kind of want to.
Sometimes it's your dick.
I know.
And then you slap him again for being like, "Why is that dick out of your mouth? Put it back."
Exactly. So
All right, so we'd each see it with other people.
I would see it. I would see it twice by myself.
It'd be worth. I'd say the defining part of this new segment is deciding whether or not it's worth seeing more than once. Whether or not you'd be willing to see it more than once.
By
I
yourself.
just
I
like,
say yes.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Toby and Butch go to purgatory.
Don't
Right.
go.
No, I'm not. That is the movie we just talked about. I just wanted to end it
Bowling.
with
They
that.
go bowling.
Little
Okay.
clip note. Shit, Tyler.
They go bowling.
They go bowling, which
They
is a
go
metaphor
bowling.
for purgatory.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
Get it, you idiot? I don't think you do.
I don't. But thank
My
you.
name is Garrett Olson.
Toby and Butch go bowling. Toby and Butch go bowling. My name is Dick Fields. I'm gonna show my dick in your fields.
And my name is Tyler Morris. Thank you for joining us, babies. Mwah!
No, that can't be your catchphase.
Why can't it be?
Christ, Tyler.
Why can't it be?
Because we all made that up.
Happy New Year, baby. Wow.
Have a good day,
Happy
baby.
New Year.
Mwah!